Everyone, welcome to Dinesh Sharma 10x. In today's tutorial, we are going to understand VLOOKUP formula. This is a very powerful formula. If you are working with long data list, then this will give you a lot of speed. Most of the people do not use this formula because they are afraid of the errors. So in this video, we are also going to understand how we can avoid the errors and what's the right way of using VLOOKUP formula. So stay with me till end and you will get everything about VLOOKUP formula. So let's jump into the sample file. Here I have some sample data where customer ID, order ID, product ID, quantities and unit rate sales columns are there. Unit rates are missing and we are supposed to get these unit rate for each of this entry from this sheet. This sheet is having the product ID, customer ID and unit rate. Now you are supposed to get this unit rate and fill it here. To understand how a VLOOKUP formula works, let me show you how Excel will act in this particular situation. For each product ID, we want to find out the unit rate from the other sheet. So the product ID is going to be your lookup value. We copy this product ID from here, Control C, go to price sheet and then find it here. Once you get this product ID, check the unit rate of that particular product ID, copy it from here, go back to your main data sheet and then paste that unit rate here. This is how VLOOKUP formula is going to work, but the power of VLOOKUP formula is you need not to do this action repeatedly for all these long list number of times, otherwise you will waste a lot of time, but you can do it once and then you can copy that formula for all other entries. So let us start. First we go to the VLOOKUP formula, press equals to sign here and then start writing VLOOKUP and Excel will suggest you the formula. Once you get VLOOKUP, hit tab, it will take the rest of the spelling. Now the first argument here is lookup value. So my lookup value is product ID. This is the ID with which I want to search the unit rates. So this is my lookup value, comma, table array means which is the table in which I want to find the product ID and my unit rate is also available there. So it is in this sheet, price sheet. So here product ID and unit rate, both of them are available. So we are supposed to select these two columns. Let me remind you that the leftmost column in table array must be the column where you have your lookup value available. Because my product ID is in column B, so my array selection is starting from column B and it should go at least until you have the values which you want in your main sheet. So starting from product ID till unit price. If you have long list, then it is going to work. And then select till the bottom. Now put a comma and it is asking column index number. The column index number is in this array. Start counting from the first column, which is your lookup value column, till the column where you have your unit rates. So 1, 2. So index column number is 2 in this case. We will write 2, then comma. Then it is asking the match mode. Is it a approximate match or exact match? In most of the cases, we need exact match. So here also we of course need the unit rates as exact values, not the approximate values. So we will write 0. 0 stands for false and 1 stands for true. So you can write 1 if you want true approximate matches, or if you want the exact matches, then you will write 0. I'm not going to cover approximate match in this video. I will prepare another video for approximate match. That is also very useful thing, but right now it is not part of our discussion. And then we close the parenthesis and hit enter. Now exactly the same value VLOOKUP has found and copied it here. Now rest of the thing for other items is just you come here on the left bottom corner and just double click, and here you go, everything is filled. But what is this? You find there are a lot of values, lot of items where you don't have the unit rates. It is not showing any unit rate here. What happened? What should we do then? That's a problem. Now because of this kind of errors, people avoid using VLOOKUP formula. Now let us understand what has happened exactly. Let's go back to the top. Now here let's see the arguments. What we have done is we have taken the array from B1 to C9001, and when you copy this formula down, on the second cell the reference goes one step down. That means this time it is not searching your lookup value starting from this first one, but it is searching from the second one. And in the third one, if you go further down, it is again changing the references, because these references are not the exact references. These are relative references, because if you take a relative reference, go down, it is going to change the reference. So now you can see we have started with B1, but as you go down, it is changing to B2 and then B3, and the reference is going down. So when you are here, it is actually not searching in this whole data table, rather it is only searching for the remaining items starting from here. So that is why if your lookup value is out of this array selection, then it will throw an #NA error. That means this value is not found. To handle this array, what you need to do is you need to fix this reference. Instead of relative reference, it should be an absolute reference. What you have to do is go here in the formula and then hit F4, and here also hit F4. So this whole array is now fixed. So next time with this kind of reference, if you paste this formula for all the entries, you will not get this error. Also, if your data table is like this one, where you do not have anything else below this, and this is a complete table in itself, simply what you can do is, rather than taking the reference of the exact cells from starting to the end, you can also take a reference of the whole column. Let me show you how we take a reference for the whole column. Equals to, this time I'm going to use the VLOOKUP function dialog box. So when you press equals to and you go to this name box, you get the recently used formulas here. So I'm going to use VLOOKUP function. Now again, these are the same arguments, VLOOKUP value. So VLOOKUP value is our product ID. This is what we want to search. Table array, we go to price sheet, and the table array is the whole column. We are going to search in this whole column, starting from the column where you have your VLOOKUP value. They should be on the leftmost, and then until unit rate. Now you also observe that Excel has shown the index number here. You can see it is showing the number of rows and the number of columns selected. So it is the second column starting from B to C. This is the second column. If your table is very long, there are a lot of columns, then you need not to search your index number. You can see here just besides the mouse pointer you will see indicator, small indicator, which it is showing this many rows and this many columns. So this is 2, that means second column. Now go to the index column number and write 2, and here you will write 0 because it is an exact match. Enter, click OK, and then paste it again. Now what happens if you select the columns? If you go down in the formula, the reference to the columns remains as it is. That is why you do not get this same error. Now if you are a normal user, you will stop here and you will still encounter the errors, because those are the soft errors. You will not find those errors in the values. You don't have any error here, everything is all values. But let me tell you, there are still errors in the calculation, and if you commit this kind of errors, you will not succeed in your career. We have to find out that everything is exactly and correctly given here. Now we are moving to a situation where we actually see whether these unit rates are correct or not. If you understand this, then you will master VLOOKUP formula. Let me go to the price sheet and show you what is happening. Always, whenever you work with VLOOKUP formula, ensure that your lookup array should have the unique lookup values. If your lookup values are not unique, which is in this case, let me show you. If I sort on this column B, I'll sort it in ascending order. I see that there are few entries which are repeating number of times. Here also you can see, and the unit rates are different for each of these. Because the unit rates are different, what VLOOKUP is going to do is VLOOKUP will search in this column and take the unit rate for the first instance. If this product ID has the product ID is here, for the first time this is appearing, and the unit rate associated with that is 6693.24. VLOOKUP will take this value and give you in your orders file. But you know that it is not same, the price is different. For the same product ID, the price is different. So maybe because at a different time the order was placed, that is why the unit rates were not same. So how to handle this kind of situation? We have to ensure that the lookup value should be unique, and that should be available in both of these sheets. So what I will do is I will see what are the common columns available here. So in my price sheet I have customer ID and product ID. These two are also available in the other sheet, customer ID and product ID. What we will do is we will combine these two, customer ID and product ID, and we will make a code only for our lookup purpose, and we will also see if that code is unique or not. If it is not unique, then you cannot work with this data. You have to have some more information which is giving you a lookup value which is unique one. Let's see. So what we do is here, first I will remove these values. I'll go to column H and here I will create a lookup code, and similarly I will also create a lookup code here in this sheet. The lookup code is, we need to combine these two things, customer ID and product ID. So hit equals to, then by arrow you can go here, customer ID, and then ampersand sign, and then product ID. This ampersand sign is going to combine these two values and return a code which is combination of product ID and customer ID. Now we copy this down, and here you have a combination. Let us check if this is unique or not. How do we check uniqueness? We select the whole column, go to the home tab, conditional formatting, and then the first option from the top and the bottom in the sub menu, duplicate values, and say OK. Now put a filter here, drop down and see if you find any color. Because there is no duplicates, Excel has not given any color. If there would be duplicates, it will be highlighted with a color. Let me show you here in the product ID. If there are duplicates in product ID, if I repeat this conditional formatting thing again, then hit OK, it will highlight. That means all these values which are highlighted are duplicate, and this is not duplicate, this is the unique one. So all the duplicate product IDs, you are getting a unit rate which may be correct, which may not be correct. But here in the lookup code we have all unique values, so this code will definitely work for our purpose. I also need the same lookup code here in my price sheet so that I can do the lookup. As I said, the array reference should start from the array reference should be your leftmost column. So I cannot add a lookup code column here, otherwise I cannot find the unit rates on the left side of that. The lookup code should be the leftmost. So I will insert a column here, and I will put this lookup code here, and again equals to customer ID ampersand product ID, enter, and I paste this down. And here also we can check with conditional formatting if there is some duplicates or not. If it is not, then we are okay. So there is no color found here, that means there are no duplicates, and you are good to go with lookup formula. This time we will look up with this lookup code rather than just product ID. Let me go to the order sheet, unit price, and here we start writing our VLOOKUP formula again, equals to, go to VLOOKUP. I'll show you with the function argument dialog box to understand it better. VLOOKUP value is lookup code this time. The table array, we go here starting from column A, and then we keep selecting until our unit rate column appears, and you can see in this information box just besides the mouse pointer, it is 4C. That means the fourth column is starting from lookup code column. So in the next argument we write 4, which is our index number, and in the last argument we write 0 for exact match. Hit enter, and here is the value. Now go down, copy paste everything, and this time you have everything correctly entered in this particular sheet. We don't stop here, because I'm going to show you one more trick so that your calculations will be very fast. Here in this sheet, if you see, you have VLOOKUP formula repeated for 9,000 times, and when you have lot of formulas in your Excel sheets, then the calculation becomes very slow. What if we use only one formula and the rest of things happen automatically? Let me show you. I will delete it again, and this is the last step. If you are here listening to this video until now, then you are one of the pro users, and you will definitely sharpen your skills to the best level. Again, equals to VLOOKUP, and this time we will take the reference starting from the first entry till the end. To select that fast, press Control Shift and down array. It will select everything, then comma. Now starting from 2016, Excel's calculation engine has introduced the spill array and references, and because of that you can use these kind of references, and VLOOKUP formula will still work for all these entries in one shot. So the next entry is your table array. We will go to the table array sheet, and same way we select from column A to column D, and then comma, the index number is 4, comma, and the exact match 0 for exact match, close the parenthesis, hit enter, and here you go. Just in one formula you have got the value of everything. So this is how you work with VLOOKUP formula. And once you have done this, either you can hide this particular column. If you are going to use and keep on updating this particular sheet, then you can simply hide this particular column lookup code, and still it will work. Or if you just want for once, then you can copy this data which is coming from the formula, paste it as a value, and then delete the lookup code. I hope you have understood the VLOOKUP formula for exact matches for all the aspects. Now if you use this formula this way, you will not encounter any error. So if this is useful, hit the like button, comment below and tell me whether you have used VLOOKUP formula in past. If not, are you going to use this formula now onwards? And share me your experiences. If you have any question related to Microsoft Excel, you can ask me in the comments below. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, have a happy Excel practice. Bye bye.